Hi, Livia crew. Beth here with your yoga. As always, remember check with your doctor if you're new at exercising. Make sure you get that A-OK. Have some water ready to go for sipping. Well, let's get started. All right. So find your way to your mat, and we will go into that thunderbolt position. So we're just going to take our legs kind of together, our heels together, sit the bottom right on down. Inhale and exhale. Lengthen through the spine as you breathe. And go ahead and let the day go. Just come right back to that breath. When you're ready, let's inhale with a lift of the hands. And exhale, take it down. Inhale, lift on your breath, not mine. We don't have to be together here. Just a couple more. Inhale, lift, lengthen through the spine. Push the shoulders down, away from the ears. Just concentrate on that breath. Now on this next one, as you inhale, keep those arms up high. You can interlace the fingers if you'd like, or just keep them open. Pick a side, any side, and with your exhale, give yourself a gentle twist. Inhale, center. Let's take it to that other side. Inhale, center. Let's bring those arms behind. Interlace the fingers behind your back. If they don't reach, that's okay. Just start to reach behind your back a little bit. And inhale here with an exhale. Bring that chest right down towards the knees, keeping the back flat. If you find yourself arching the back, just go as far down as you can without arching. Rather have your back nice and straight and elongated and arched over. Inhale, lift when you're ready. And one more time. Inhale, exhale. Coming down, chest falls gently to the knees with a nice flat back. If you feel like lifting those arms in the back, you certainly can. And let's come up to our thunderbolt once again. Inhale, lift the hands high. Then exhale, bring them on down. Let's take those hands to the mat right in front of the knees and go into that tabletop position. I'm just going to move so you can see. From here, give yourself a few cat and cows. We're going to draw the belly in, drop the shoulders down. And with that inhale, we're going to open the chest, dropping the belly down. Inhale, drawing it in. Exhale to open. Inhale to lift. Exhale to open. And how about I meet you right in the center? So we're back in that tabletop position. Wiggle around in it if it feels good for you. And watch your wrist as always. If you have too much pressure on the wrist, see if you can move that body weight around. If that doesn't work, you can always fist it as well. And breathe here. Again, just coming back to that breath today. All right, take a leg and leg. We're going to push it back towards the back of the mat. Knee can be slightly bent and just kind of roll forward and roll back, stretching those beautiful toes of yours. And from here, let's bring those knees back to center and take the other foot back. Edge of the mat, or if you're past the mat, that's okay. Rolling back and forth, stretching out those beautiful toes on the other side. And breathe. Coming back to that tabletop position. Whatever feels good for you and your wrist. I like to spread my fingers wide And so we're going to tuck those toes and go into our downward dog. Pushing the hips up, thinking about those heels, adjusting that downward dog. What feels good for you? We're going to lift through the belly. We're going to make sure we have a little bit of a space in the armpit, so our armpits aren't totally like flat. A little space there. And let's just walk out that dog a little bit. So one knee at a time comes in. And then when you're ready, back to that non-walking downward dog, let's lift a leg, any leg, up high. You can point the toe if you would like. Let's open that hip by dropping the heel towards the bottom. If a hip opener is not in your practice, just go ahead and skip that and stay in that three-legged dog. From our hip opener or three-legged dog, we're going to take that foot to the outside of the hand. We set those hips down ever so slightly. Go ahead and take that back knee down to the mat. We're going to set that foot that is on the mat flat down, kind of pressing through the top of the foot in the mat. From here, let's inhale and lift those arms high. Nice, arms come back down to the mat. And let's go ahead and tuck that back toe, lift up through that knee. Nice. Now this time with a lot of core strength, let's drop that heel down first, drop that back heel down, and then lift up. Lots of good strength going on right in that front quad. From here, option, we take that elbow the same side as the bent knee. So if your right knee is bent, right elbow comes down towards the knee. We're going to lift up. Option is to lift that elbow or take that hand to the ground. All right, let's take it back to that warrior. Hands come up. Hands go to the mat. We're going to go ahead and bring that heel up. We're going to go ahead and take that knee back down to the mat, the top of the foot into the mat. And we'll take that knee that is next to the hand up by here and drop it back. In that tabletop position once again, maybe a cat and cow. And then tucking those toes under, bringing those hips up again for your downward dog. Move around in that downward dog as much as you need to. And then when you're ready, three-legged dog on the other side. You can open that hip. Again, no pressure to hip open if you don't want to. Three-legged dog is fine. Try not to fall into the side, keeping your shoulders even. And then when you're ready, that three-legged dog, foot that's up, comes to the outside, and the same side again. We're going to drop that knee down, top of the foot into the mat. Nice. From here, lift those hands. Hands are going to come on down. Tucking the toe, lifting the knee. Dropping that heel. Gently drop that heel down. And you pop that front body up. Use whatever you need to. You need like a little bit of a assist somewhere. Do it. Heaven knows my warrior is not perfect. I do not expect anyone's to be perfect as well. Perfection doesn't exist anyway. You just progress and get better every time. Dropping that elbow down, reaching up, stacking the shoulders as much as you can. Again, an option is to reach down to the ground. Coming back to that one. And hands go down to the mat. Breathe. We adjust that heel so the heel goes back up to the sky. We take that knee down to the mat. Top of the foot goes right in to the mat. We take that other leg and we're taking it right back to tabletop. And cat and cow if you'd like. If not, just move around a little bit in the tabletop. All right, from here, tuck the toes. We go up to that downward dog again. See if you can bring the heels down a little bit further this time. And from our downward dog, we're going to lift up through the heels, bring that belly in, and slowly bring ourselves into that plank position. Now check your plank. Everyone's body is a little bit different. Make sure that your shoulders are lined up with your wrist. And check that your butt's not too far up or not down. We want a nice solid plank. Bring that belly in. Now if it's too much, knees can go down. Still just as good as a plank. No judgment. No judgment inside your own head. Because I'm certainly not judging. All right, from wherever you are in your plank, knees are going to come down. Tops of the feet are going to come down into the mat. We're going to push that bottom back. Relax everything down. I want you to feel a really nice stretch in that lower back. Nice into our child's pose. All right, from here, let's just bring that child's pose back into tabletop. Tuck the toes, bring the butt into plank. Now again, remember, knees can be down, totally fine. A little bit more, you got it, just breathe, go right to that breath. If your knees are up, knees come down. Flatten those toes onto the mat, push that butt back into child's pose. Feel that stretch. If you don't feel that lower back stretch, see if you can inch those fingers up higher. Flatten the back. Shoulders are still away from ears. Nice. Now go back to that tabletop position. If you had to adjust your hands, readjust them. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and take our elbows close to the body line as we lower. So you can almost feel your arms next to your rib cage. Gently, gently lower all the way down to the ground. Nice, relax those toes. They're going to be nice and flat into the mat. From here, let's go to Sphinx, because we've done it a few times and it's really fun. We take those elbows under the armpits, flatten the fingers to the mat, squeeze the butt. Definitely squeeze your butt. Always protect that lower back by squeezing your butt. Dropping the shoulders down, opening the chest, and breathe. Can you push the tops of the feet into the mat as you squeeze your bottom? Sure you can. Alright, from Sphinx, we're going to gently come out of it by lowering our forehead down and our chest down. And let's take our arms behind the back. If you can interlace, interlace. If not, that is okay. Reaching is just as good. Think about those shoulders. They're away from the ears. Forehead can be on the mat. If it's not comfortable, you can use a block. Interlace or not, gently bring those fingers up a little bit higher. And go ahead and release. Let's have a little fun, quote unquote. We're going to take one leg, bend at the knee. I'm going to reach that hand back. Go ahead and grab a heel and ankle. What can you reach? Again, it's not perfection. And then take the other foot. All right, if this doesn't work for you at all, if you're like, can't reach it, this is just as good. Okay, just reach back and get it as much as you can. You don't have to touch. If you can, great. If you can't, that's great too. You're working. That's all that matters. From here, we're going to inhale and kick this feet into the hands. And if you're not touching, just imagine you're kicking it, and you're going to lift the chest, lift the legs off the mat as much as you can. Squeeze the butt. Make sure you're squeezing that butt. Gently release. And one more time. Inhale, lift. And release. Nice. We're going to bring those feet down, pushing them right down into the mat. Bring those arms to that Sphinx position again. Elbows underneath your armpits. Squeeze into the butt, open the chest. This is an active pose. As much as you would like to make it active. You need it to be restorative, go for it. Nice. All right, from here, we're going to slide into puppy. So we have our fingers spread. We're going to push down with our forearms onto the mat. We're going to go ahead and think about our hips coming up. Tucking the toes first. Hips come up. We're going to bring our knees in. Right under the hips. And then let's go ahead and take our hands out. It's going to move a little. Should feel really good. Hands come out. Hips are up. Driving the feet into the mat. Think about the alignment of your body right now. A nice V or a nice angle from the hips down to the floor. Alright, gently slide out of puppy and go back to that tabletop position. We'll go around in tabletop if you need. We are going to tuck the toes and go into downward dog. From our downward dog, let's go ahead and take those feet right in between the thumbs, any way you would like to. You can hop it, you can make it fancy, you can just step. From here, knees kind of come into the chest. Unless you can keep that back completely straight. In our forward fold, bend the knees. Nothing wrong with that. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to lift. Exhale to fold. And go ahead and inhale, lift. I'll meet you at the top. Nice. From here, let's take that one-legged stance. Pick a knee, any knee. Bring it in. You can give it a hug. You don't have to. You can have a wall, have a chair for support. Think about grounding through that leg that is standing. Awesome. Feel free to take those hands away from that knee and just hang. You can move the ankle if you'd like, if it feels good. Now we're going to bring those hands right on down. Give that knee one more little hug. And let's take the heel and bring it right into our tree pose. Now your tree pose can be high. Your tree pose can be medium. Your tree pose can have toes on the ground. Doesn't matter. Go where you can go. And honor that. It's beautiful. It's a great thing. Nice. Breathe in there. tree. Any tree you've got. And from tree, let's bring it to that single leg stand. You can stay in prayer position, stay. If not, that is okay. Grab onto that knee. Grab onto a wall. From our single leg, let's kick that leg back as much as you can. Taking the chest forward as much as you can. And if you can go into flight by taking those arms behind, the toe is going to be pointing down to the earth. Back is flat. And breathe. Gently, gently, go ahead and come right on out of it. Inhale, lift when you're ready. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift. And forward fold. Inhale, lift. Forward fold. Meet you at the top. Inhale, lift. Three-legged other side. Grab that knee if you would like. Anything you need. Wall again. And remember, one side's always better than the other. We're just normal. Maybe taking those hands away from the knee. Maybe not. Maybe coming to prayer. And let's set up that tree. Where's your tree? Doesn't matter. Pick what's good for you. What challenges you just a little bit? And you can always slide that leg down if you need. Challenge yourself. Coming back into that three-legged stance. See if you can keep those prayer hands or any hands you've got going on. Feel free to wiggle that ankle. And when you're ready, take that foot, push it back. I'm just going to move so you can see. Stay where you are. Keep pushing that foot back. Thinking about lowering that chest so that the spine is nice and flat. Light, if you would like, you take your hands back. Shoulders go down. Toe points to the ground. From flight, those feet come together. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. From forward fold, let's take those feet out. Just step it out just ever so slightly, whatever's comfortable for you, but they're outside of the hands. I'm going to set the bottom down. Now, this is great. Stay. If you want to come into prayer and use the elbows to push the knees out, go right ahead. If you fall over, that's okay. You keep doing it anyway. Hands go right down to the mat. Bottom comes up for a nice wide-legged forward fold. And if you want to make it a little wider, go for it. Knees can be slightly bent. Think about the back. It's nice and flat. If you have an arch, don't come down as far. Go down only as far enough that your back is flat. All right, let's have a little fun again. And bring that bottom down. This is good if you want to stay here. You want to try to push those elbows out. Shoulders are down, back is flat. Lots of power in those legs. Breathe. All right, hands come down to the mat. Push the bottom up. Pull that back as much as you possibly can. You got it, you got it. Now, We're going to go ahead, inhale, lift high. We're still wide. Come to heart center. Sink down into those legs. And we'll take it to your side. Once you get to your side, feel free to adjust that other leg. Feel free to take those hands down. How do you want to do it? What feels good for you? It's here or here, doesn't matter. And then we switch. We've been working on this a little bit through our videos. Hands have been down plenty of times. Challenge yourself a little bit if you've been following along. But you know what? If it doesn't work right yet, it will. No worries. Coming center. Hands to the mat, butt up. Wide forward fold. Flat back, flat back. If you want, you can take those hands through, palm up to the ceiling, relaxing the neck down. Hands to the mat, in the front. All right, from here, we're gonna bend those knees down. One more time, bring the chest up. Come to the side. Let's take it to the other side. And if you're here, nothing wrong with that. Come center. We're going to go ahead, take those knees right down to the mat. Knees are close together. We set the bottom on top of the heels. Thunderbolt position. Inhale, lift those hands. Exhale them down. Inhale, lift the hands. Exhale them behind the back, either reaching or interlacing. Inhale, exhale, come forward. You can have fun with those fingers. You can bring them up. You don't have to. Inhale, lift. One more. Inhale, lift. Releasing the fingers. Bringing the hands back to prayer. And let's breathe just for a minute. Let everything go. And know that today is going to be a great day. Because you're going to make it great. No matter what comes in front of you, you can come back to your breath and tell yourself, self, we're making it great. One hand goes into a fist and goes into that opposite palm. The light in me truly honors the light in you. I'm so glad that you watched today, and any comments, questions that you have, fitness@olivia.com. Give us a quick email. Namaste.